This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, good morning, all. Yes, there is a small note, not the attendees who attend the class, but for the people who are recording. See, there is a difference between attending the live class and listening to the recording. Okay, while recording, while listening to recording, you might get some questions, but you are unable to ask. You think that, okay, I'll ask in the tomorrow session, but you'll be not getting that anxiety or that much enthusiastic towards topic that you have doubt. So I request the people who are that please attend the class regularly. Okay, yeah. um Fine. So without any delay, I'll just move on to the concept. I'll just give a quick recap on the yesterday's topic and I'll move forward. Fine. So yesterday we were trying to understand about the alter command, right? So if I want to add a column, add a constraint, drop a column or a drop a constraint, we are just using alter command. That's fine. Now yesterday also we saw that primary key and a foreign key also. So whenever we have a primary key and foreign key relationship, we are unable to drop the parent table, whereas we can able to drop the child table. That we will see today. But I have given you a task yesterday. I don't know how many of you remembered. Okay, just a normal thing. So see here. Okay, here I think yesterday we just tried to create a reference between primary key column, right? So I asked you to do just create a foreign key without referencing a primary key column. That was my task I just given to you yesterday. Okay, so I think you guys done it. If you done, happy for it. So you cannot create a relationship, foreign key and referential integrity on a non primary key column. Okay, you are not supposed to create that. Then Bhavya, what? Simple concept. If you want to create or if you want to have any foreign key on a table, make sure that you should reference to the primary key of your parent table. That's it. If you don't have primary key, make sure that you need to maintain a primary key. Okay, Bhavya, what happens if I not maintain a primary key and I just simply give reference? So let me try to do it here in the yesterday table 3, right? Sorry, table 2, right? Today I will try to take table 2, table 3, because in the table 3 I don't have primary key column. Okay, let me know if I'm going fast. I'm feeling it is slow. Fine. So let me execute this one. Okay, sample this table got dropped, right? I think we have the table. Yeah, this is the one. So let me create this one. So this is a table with normal column, no primary key, no foreign key, nothing. Now I am trying to alter this sample one. How? By adding a foreign key constraint. If I want to add foreign key constraint to any table, what is the thing I just told you? You need to reference the primary key column of the table. That is my thing. But what I am doing now, I am referencing normal for nothing, normal, no primary key, no foreign key. Okay, normal column of the another table. Okay, now let me try to execute this one. My thing is it will not. Let us see whether it is going to create or it will throw any error. Yes, error. See, there is no primary or a candidate keys in the reference table sample 3. This is my reference table, right? Yes, that match the reference column list in the foreign keys, something like this. So could not create constraint or index. See the previous error. So what it is telling, there is no reference, no primary or candidate key. So candidate key is also nothing but an primary key. Okay, so that you have to remember. This you have to do. And again, I had a simple question for you. I want you guys to try and let me know in the tomorrow's class. The task is that, yes, we are sure that, yes, can't create we can't create F key without referencing to primary key table, primary key column of the table. So this we are sure. Now my doubt is that, can we have FK with a reference, you know, with reference to the column which has unique key and not null constraint. So this is the question for you. Okay, I want you to do it by yourself and let me know by tomorrow's class. Okay, take this short. No, fine. So let's move on to the next concept. Like yesterday I shown you that, I just dropped the table, right? So the conclusion is that, I will tell you one conclusion here. You can't drop the parent table. Instead of doing this, just give like this. We can't. If for your sake only, I'm just writing. Okay, try to understand. We can't drop the parent table. Okay, whereas we can drop the. So what is this parent table and what is this child table? So whenever we have primary key and foreign key relationship between the any two tables, then those two tables, called as a uh, parent and the child tables. So now, if for example, if a table having primary key, then it is considering it as a parent table. If a table having foreign key, then it is considering as a child table. Good enough, right? Now let us see this one. Are you getting how I am writing a command? You can write a command like this, no worries in that. Okay, uh, a table which has pk, it is called parent table, and a table which has fk, it is called what? Child table. So this is my thing. Now I am telling you that you cannot drop a parent table, whereas you can drop the child table. Yesterday we saw one error. What is that error? So let us try to drop you know sample 3 table. Sorry, in the sample 3 we don't have, right? So let us try to drop sample 2 table. Okay, in the sample 2 table, I think we don't have a primary key constraint. Do we have? Yes, we have. So let me establish a connection first. So now I just created a foreign key here and the primary key here. Now parent sample 2 is a Which table? By seeing this command, tell me sorry, sample 2 is what table? Parent or child? Yes, parent table. Sample 1 is child table. Are you getting me? Yes, you are. Fine. So this is what we understood. Now I will try to drop sample 2 table first, which means parent table. Sample 2. Control E for execution. Cannot drop object. Why we can't drop object? Because it is referenced by a. What is the conclusion? If we have any reference, we can't drop the table. So what kind of reference? Parent table. If the table is parent table, then we can't draw. Okay, because referenced by a foreign key. Now let me do with this sample 1 here. Can we drop this table successfully? Because sample 1 is sorry, sample 2 is referenced by sample 1, which means sample 1 is taking the reference of this sample 2, where sample 2 is sample 1 is having some dependencies there. So sample 2 cannot be dropped, whereas sample 1, which is child table, can easily drop, because sample 2 is not depending on sample 1. Okay, that this thing happens in the real time also, right? Children will depend on the parents will not depend on the children. Don't tell me what about after 20s. Okay, let's take children after 20s, we call it as an adult and something. I'm not telling the children. Okay, child table will depend on the parent table, hence parent table can't be dropped. That's the conclusion. Now I just dropped the sample 1 table, correct? Now I want to see the table whether sample 1 got dropped or not. How can you see? Something by refreshing database you can see, like you will not find that sample 1 table. If you expand this one, you will not find this table. Let it open. See, you will not find this table. And all, it's okay. It got dropped permanently. But I don't know why I wish to have some select statement on top of sample 1, and let us see what is the thing it is going to give. Okay. So to see the values from sample 1 table, what was the command we need to use? Select. Select star from sample 1. So execute this one. The invalid object name sample 1. Invalid, when we will get invalid object? Whenever we don't have that object in the database, then we will get invalid object. Okay. See, this table was not there in this database. Remember that. Now, let me try to truncate the table. Truncate table. Let me create the sample 1 only. Okay, now let me truncate it. Sample 1. Commands completed successfully. Okay, truncated. Now let me refresh this one. Expand the tables. Now you are getting sample 1. Even though you are truncated, okay, let me run truncate command one more time. Now let me refresh it one more time. See, now also you are going to see the sample 1. Now let me try to run a select command after truncating. You are getting, of course you don't have data, but you're getting id. See, what does it mean? Drop and truncate. If you go and search the meanings of drop and truncate, it is just a synonym of. Synonym means what? Meanings of them each other. But in the SQL, we have a different meaning. Drop will remove the structure, it will drop the table permanently from the database. Okay, remove the table permanently from the database. Okay, it will drop permanently. See, if you want to query the table again, no, the table will not get. Whereas here, the data will be dropped permanently. What happens? Data will be dropped permanently. There is a difference. Table means whole table structure and the data inside it, everything will be dropped. Whereas truncate means only the data. Data means what? The values which are present inside a table will be dropped permanently. Okay, we will try to understand this drop and truncate, in deeper in DML. So when we try to insert some records into the table, after that we'll perform some drop and truncate. So let us see how it is going to act. Fine. So remember, okay, this is all about altering commands, creating, truncating. For creating, I just shown one thing, that is creation of table. That's okay, fine. In further classes we will see how to create a index, how to create a procedure, how to create a view, all those things. Okay, by using create command only. So now let us move on to the beautiful concept called DML. See, in DML, I will tell you that you can insert the values manually. You can insert the values by using select command. You can insert the value dynamically into the table. But the dynamical thing we will see in the procedures part. Okay. But by using select command and by using, what normal values, we will see it today. Okay. By using variables also, you can insert the data. No worries in that. We will see all the things today itself. So DML means what? As we answered this fellow, no worries. So DML means what? Manipulation language. What is mean by manipulating? Rarely used word, manipulate. See, manipulate is nothing but changing, right? Changing. See, right now, a person with a smiley face, a person with good heart, we saw a person. There was a person like that. But some people will come and some people will change that person. He will be turning it as too lazy. He will be turning it as too active. He will be turning as too good person. What manipulated? He just changed. Okay, so manipulation is nothing but changing. So how we can change the table? By using inserting, updating and deleting the records. Okay. If you are going to change anything, that anything is nothing but a table. You're going to change the table. You're going to manipulate the table. Okay. Here in the SQL, insert, update and delete. These three are the only DML commands. Okay, the people who know Snowflake, they may get confusion that truncate is also a DML one. In the Snowflake, it is a DML. Okay, remember that. Fine. So let us try to Stand, what does it mean? Insert. It is used to insert the record. Yes, right? The word itself is telling that insert will insert the records. Update. Update will update the records that are present already inside the table. Delete. It will delete the records from table. Okay, simple definitions. Let us see how we are going to use it. Okay, let me take one table as an example that we have created. Let us take sample one only. Select the star from sample one. Uh, okay, it's okay. You will not get confused, right? Like if I use this command, select is a DQL command. Okay, I will tell you about this command. For now, remember that if you use select star from the table name, then you are going to get the output. Just remember this point. Okay, how to use these commands and all I will tell you after 3 to 4 days. Okay, select the star from sample one. So here, observe one thing carefully. um okay, one column I have in a table one. Now I want to insert the value into this table. Okay, so let me insert one record. Insert into, first let me write a syntax. Syntax, what is the syntax here? Insert into table underscore name you have to take, after that values. See, values are mandatory. The word key, the the keyword values are mandatory. You are not supposed to take value or val or valu. No, you should not take like that. You should take full name, values. Okay, you guys know that. uh, I think you already know this. The things, some keywords are already defined in any language, right? So how the keywords are designed or declared or defined, exact name we have to take. Remember, to take. What happens if you take another name? Again, it's an invalid one. You guys know this small concept. In every programming language, you will have this. Similarly, here in the standard language, also we have that. Okay. So values, and you have to mention here value 1, value 2, and so on, like that. Okay, this is the syntax. One way of one way of inserting the records. Now let me insert one record. Insert into which table I want to insert? Sample one table. I'm just inserting it into the sample one. Okay, now values keyword I want to take. Values. So only one column I have, right? So I will take only one value, which is 1. Now let me execute. Okay, one row affected. So let me see the table. See, now it is showing one value got inserted. Now I want to insert one more record into the same table, 2, and the name also I want to insert. See, remember, if you want to insert the strings, or if you want to have some strings should always be mentioned in single quote in the SQL. Remember, okay, only in the single quote, not double quotes, not triple quotes, only single quote. Okay, are you good here? Remember, strings always mentioned in where? Inside the single quote. Heard this? What happened? What's the error? This is a new error. So far, we did not see this error. So column, observe it carefully here. Column name or number of supplied values do not match table definition. What is meant by table definition? DDL. Table definition means what? DDL, data definition language, which means the creation of table, like table with how many columns. It is telling that, it does not match with the table definition. Here I am supplying two values where 2 and Bhavya are the two values. Correct? Those two values, those two values are not matching with the definition of sample 1 table. Why? Because only one column I have. Only one I have. Correct? So two values cannot be fit into one column, right? So the same thing, the same error it is going to take. Okay, computer is not a machine, that's why it will not understand, okay, two only I have to understand. Okay, just like that Bhavya has given her name, it will not understand that. It will only see how many how much of data you have given and how many values you have given. By the way, tell me, how server is understanding how many values you have given? How server will know that two values you have passed? By observing the comma. Okay, comma indicates the separation of the value, remember. Okay, separation of the column, separation of the values, separation of the digits can be done by using comma. Okay, it's not comma, it's comma. Okay, fine. Of course we confuse by seeing the spelling, right? It's comma or comma, it's comma. Fine. Now, um just I inserted one record, fine. It's okay, fine. Now I want to add one more column to this particular sample one table. Okay. So help me to add one column to the sample one table. How can we add a column to this table? Yes, alter one. Alter table name, right? Sample one, add, just add a column which is of name and the data type varchar of something 20. Okay, now try to execute this one. Hit Control E. See here you are seeing the result pane, right? If you want to hide this result pane, just click on Control R. Control R means this result pane will go. Now the table, the column got added. Let us see. See, now it is showing ID with name. So by default it will take null. Okay, we saw it already. Remembered? See here, how the columns are created. By default null it is going to create. That's why it has taken null as a default value. Okay. um yeah, so now I will try to insert this record. See, now it got affected. Now let us see this one. See, now to Bhavya it got inserted. Now let me try to insert only one record. See, now you are getting the same error that we have seen before, adding a column. So remember that number of supply value should be equal to the number of columns inside the table. Okay, that you have to remember. Now you will get a doubt. Okay, I know in your mind one doubt was running. What is that doubt? Let me tell you. Bhavya, what if I want to add only, okay, what if I want to insert only one record into the table? I don't want to insert two records at a time. I want to insert only one record into the table. Do we have any method? Yes, you have. You have. See, this is a one way of inserting, right? Another way is give the column names and try to insert the values. How can we give the column names? Insert into sample one of column name you have to take. Values. So 3 I am just taking. Now let me insert this one. See, now are we getting any error? The same thing I have done, no. I have passed only one value. Why it is not giving any error? Because here you have passed the column name. Okay, that column name is also very important. This is another way of inserting the records. By the way, what is meant by records? What is meant by records? Values, right? Values or rows. Now, this is one way and this is another way. By using these two ways only, we will try to insert the records into the table. Okay. Now, um, table sample one, right? Do we have any key here? Okay, we don't have any keys. Let us take sample 3 table. Sample 3, right? So I want to select star from sample 3. So 3 columns I have, and with these 3 columns also, I'm having. Oh my god, where is my primary key and foreign key? Let me see in fifth table. Okay, fifth table I have, right? So now let me um, try to insert few records into the sample 3. Okay, now remember the concept of constraints here. I told you that I will prove this constraints concept while executing, right? So I'm going to do that now. Sample 3 was having how many constraints here? See this table? One is not null constraint, salary also, right? Salary, yeah, check constraint also we have. Correct? Now, let me insert one record into the sample 3 table. Help me out here. Insert into sample 3 values 1 comma name means varchar data type values should be mentioned, must be mentioned in single quotes. Okay, Bhavya, and the salary was 1000 rupees. Now insert this record here. Just give me a moment, guys. I'm just getting a call. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Is where we are now. Yeah. So I just did I executed this command? I think no. Yeah, now one row got inserted. Now let us see the table. One row we have. So one Bhavya and salary was 1000. Now, akkadi, akkadi. Yes, sorry guys, a small call. Okay, fine. So I just inserted one Bhavya and 1000 rupees into the table. It got inserted perfectly. Now I have two constraints here. Now I will try to violate this constraint. It was telling me, this table definition was telling me that, hey Bhavya, don't insert null into the sample 3 table. It was telling me directly, oh, Bhavya, don't insert this null value. If you insert, I will show you what I can do. It was telling me that. Let us see what it can do. I will insert one record. In- Tell me one thing. How can I insert null? Just now we saw. Just concentrate and tell me how I can insert null. Okay, just write null Bhavya. Why you are asking us? Are you in a that? Yes, you can do like this also. Um, one is let me take Lara, and the next one is something like 8700. What it is telling me, cannot insert the value null into the column id, the table, this table column does not allow nulls, insert fails. What it is telling, why I can't insert null into this id column? Because this id column was having a constraint. What is meant by constraint? Condition. What type of condition? Null. We are not supposed to insert null. Good. Fine. So don't try to insert null into this particular table. So one is proved right, not null is proved right. Into the not null column, you are not supposed to enter null values. Now I will try to violate check constraint here. So I will take two here. The same thing I will take, but let me make it three and the Lara, and here I will take 400. If you remember, we have taken 500 as a condition. The salary less than 500, it should not enter. Salary always should be greater than 500, then only it will allow us to enter the record. But what we are doing now, we are entering 400, which is less than 5, less than 500. See, the insert statement conflicted with the check constraint. The conflict occurred in database, the information it is going to give, like in which schema, in which table, and in which column it has occurred, that it is giving. So what was the conflict? Check constraint got failed. Why it got failed? Because we have a check constraint, check condition. If the salary is greater than 500, then only it should enter, otherwise it should not enter. That is the constraint we have given. Now are we good that we proved check constraint and not null? So if there is a scenario like, if client or your manager wants a column to be like null free, and salaries column will be of more than 500 or 1000, like that, if you have any conditions like that, you can use constraints like this. Okay, fine. I think we have a unique constraint also, right? So where we have this unique constraint, let me see this. Unique. Okay, in the db7, Okay, this I just created, right? No, these diagrams we don't want. Okay, let me have one unique constraint. I think we dropped that. Which one we will take? In the same sorry, in the same column 3 only we will take. Okay, I'm just altering the table. Alter table, sample 3, add constraint. Constraint name is unique unique underscore k means key, and unique of name. Name column we have, right? Off I written. Okay, fine. Now into this table, into the sample 3 table, only unique values need to be inserted. Now I will try to insert. This was not there, right? Now let me take 600. This we already have. Now I will try to insert the same again. See, violation of unique key constraint. Right now, just now I just created a unique key, right? So what it is telling, cannot insert duplicate key. Why? Because in the name column we just told that only enter unique key, don't enter any duplicate keys. So if you try to enter, then it is going to throw an error. Now, while discussing about these constraints, one person, asked us one question, right? Like, what about nulls? Do they insert nulls into the unique key constraint? I told them one time you can, but if you try to insert another null, then you will get an error. This is the statement I just passed. So let us see what is that. Insert into uh, sample 3. What are the values? I will be taking 4. So not, that is not null, so 4 can be accepted. And here I will take null, and here I will take 800. Now everything is fine. Null for the first time I think it is inserting. First time, right? It got inserted. Now I will change here the 5 and the 9. Again I'm inserting null. See, violation of this duplicate key. So here null is acting like a value. Okay, are you getting me? Here L is sorry, null is acting like a value. Remember, value is different. Some other things are different. I told you, right? I told you null, you have to treat the null systematically. Okay, and here it is acting like a value. So null cannot be inserted into the table which having a unique key constraint. Null is also treating like a value. This I just want to tell. So we just see not null, check, and unique constraint, right? The biggest task is that the primary key and the foreign key. So I think in the sample 1 and 2, are we do we have that now? I forgot it here. Do we have this reference? Sample 1 and all conflicted in the foreign key constraint FK the occurred. Okay. This we don't have, I think. Sample 1 table. Okay, some other it has. Let me take this 5 and 6 table. Yes, these two tables. Let me take this one. Now I will try to insert two records into the sample. Okay, you guys know how to insert. insert into sample 5. What are the values? Primary key means what we have to remember. It should not be null and it should be unique. So one I'm inserting, and name, let us take Bhavya here. Now let me insert this record into the sample 5. Yes, it got inserted. Now I will try to insert one more time. Yes, perfect. I'm getting a violation error. Primary key violated because I'm trying to insert the same value. So you're not supposed to do that. Now I'm taking 2 and here I'm just taking Tara. Now I have two values. Now this is what a table with primary key. Now I will try to insert the values into foreign key. Insert into, I'm bad at typing. Sample 5 underscore 6. Values. What are the values? I will try to insert 1 comma. Let me take some, um, name means, let us take department name. I will take sales. Okay. It's okay. Let me take anything. So what it is giving? It one, I just inserted the record perfectly. Now I will try to insert this record, but with here I will take 3. Insert statement conflicted with the foreign key constraint. Why a conflict has occurred here in the sample 5 comma 6 table? If you observe carefully, here you will be seeing only 1 and 2 from the tables. Sample 5. Right? Execute this one. See here, 1 and 2, which is Bhavya and Tara. Only 2 IDs we have. But what I'm trying to take here, 3. Means what? You are not supposed to take 3. It is a foreign key table. Understand? It's a foreign key table. A table with foreign key. So make sure that what are all the values that are present in the parent table, those values only you can take it in the child table. Okay. See, uh, the property which has parents, that property the children will be getting, right? Some others property will not get. The similar thing here also. The values that are there in the parent table, those values only you are supposed to insert it in the foreign key table. Now if I take it as 2, then it is going to insert. See? So that is why when it comes to foreign key and primary key, first first parent table should be populated. Should be populated. Populated means, inserted. Parent table should be populated after that child table. Okay. So this is how it is going to insert the records, like into the foreign key, into the primary table, into the primary key column. So we understood how constraints are working with foreign key table and primary key table. Now let us try to understand drop and truncate. Now if you observe it carefully, select star from sample 3 I have these records, right? Now let me drop it. Drop table sample 3. See, command completed successfully. Now I will try to execute the select command. What it is telling? Invalid. So what it has done? It has dropped the table along with the records permanently. Now let me show you this. Truncate. Select star from sample 1. E. E I just missed and it is showing me error. Okay, now these are the values I have in a sample 1. Now I will try to truncate this table. Truncate table sample 1. I just truncated. See, command completed successfully. Now I will try to execute this select command one more time. See, am I getting any data now? No. The data inside the table got deleted permanently from the table. Truncate will remove the data. Drop will remove the table. Okay, that is the difference between drop and truncate. Okay, both are DDL commands only. Try to remember all these points. Okay, fine, good, fine. So tomorrow we will see, we will try to insert the data by keeping data types in mind. Okay, let us tomorrow we will create a table with different data types and we will try to insert the data. Okay, because we have some conversions here. Okay, you know, bigger data type can be converted into the smaller data type, whereas sorry, so smaller data type value can be inserted into the bigger data type column, whereas bigger value cannot be entered into the small data type column. This I am going next day session. Okay, sorry, next day class. Okay, fine. So that's all for today. You have learned many things. The thing is, you need to watch this one more time. Okay, go through the recording and maintain the notes or maybe the document. Okay, I'll be happy if you maintain the document and if you send it to me. Okay, it's up to you. I'm just joking. Just maintain a document enough. Yeah, that's all for today, guys. Any doubts? Do you stuck anywhere? No? Fine. If no doubts, you can wind up the class here, it seems. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.